Alright, kid. If you want to eat, you gotta work. And if you want to work, you gotta lift up these barrels all by yourself. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we did the hidden quest for our free day here. Yeah. And this time we'll be starting off our bonding events. But first things first, something that I meant to talk about last time, but I kind of forgot to get around to, is the new menu screen, new loading screen, whatever you want to call it. Now that we have everyone, as soon as you save after the bath scenes, it is not before then, but you will see everyone is all together. It's very nice, it's very lovely. Bit of a short time to have a loading screen though, not too much going on there. This time, however, yeah, we're going to go and start talking to people. The first, you know what? Okay, I'll go through, each of these, and I'll just go through them. There will be some that we won't be viewing, but, doesn't really matter. So, first things first. Claire. Claire is not one that we are going to be viewing, so I will just talk about hers. So, with Claire, you learn how to play pool a little bit. She is, like, really good at everything. She basically calculated how to get every single ball into the pocket in a single shot. And she does miss Lecter, someone who we saw in Trails of Cold Steel 1, as well as Miriam has referenced him a few times. He's another member of the Intelligence Division. She said that he would be a little bit more fun, but she gives some pointers out, and she's a very natural teacher, and as a graduate of Thor's Military Academy, she wants to help out everyone a little bit, but she knows that she's a little bit not great at it. And eventually, she actually kind of unexpectedly hugs Reen, but doesn't really tell him why, and just says, you know what, don't worry about why I did this. I just did it anyways. But Claire, it's a very nice moment for her. Milliam is the first bonding event that we'll view. I'm super bored, so I'm thinking I might check out the souvenir shop. What kind of stuff do you think they got over there? Think it's cool? We're about to have a major discussion about our class's future. How can you be bored? Okay, don't answer that, but you can at least brainstorm something to contribute to the discussion. Nope! You know I'm never gonna come up with anything, and no matter what you decide, it doesn't change things for me. One way or another, Lamy and I are gonna keep on fighting with you guys. You just pick a path, and we'll bust it open. Good to know, but we do value your opinion, so you might want to think things over. Maybe looking at souvenirs would help clear my head. Spend time with Milliam? Oh, of course we will. Tell you what, why don't I join you? I've been there tons of times, so I'll be able to recommend something nice. Really? You're the best, Reen. Okay, let's go, go, go! I can't do a Milliam voice. Sorry. Man, there really is a bunch of unusual stuff here. Pretty good selection for a place smack dab in the boonies. That's funny thanks to Master Confide. He always brings things when he comes to visit. Like those manchu, for example. They're a confectionery item from the east that have been tweaked a bit. Wow, they look really good. Think Lecter would like them? Speaking of Lecter, oh, so he's the one you're buying a souvenir for. You got it! He bought me a little Mishy strap when he was over in Crossbow, so I want to get him something too. I kind of want to make something he can always keep with him over something that's going to go bad like food, though. That's a good point. I thought he was missing, though. No one's heard from him since he was in Crossbow, right? Yeah, well, I'm sure he's fine. I mean, he's Lecter. It'd take more than a war to finish him off. Claire and I survived, so I can't imagine he would. This is going to show up one day like, hi, and that'll be it. Well, at least you're just my guess. Then again, that makes sense. I mean, you Ironbloods probably think of each other like siblings, right? Or, I don't know, do you? So if that's the case, that makes Chancellor Osborne your dad, maybe? Don't know. I haven't really thought about it, especially with Gramps. We got siblings, sure, but it's hard to say if someone feels like a parent when you've never had one. What? What does she mean she's never had any parents? I don't know what's gonna happen to us Ironbloods now, though. Claire's got her job in the RMP that she can do without Gramps around. But without him there to give me orders and all missions finished, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, really. I'm not needed as a piece on his game board anymore. Don't think like that, Milliam. Or let me say this. Even if you are not needed on some game board. You are needed by us, and not as a piece. You're needed as a very important classmate and friend. Really? I can't tell you what you should do with your life from here on out, but what I can tell you is that we're here for you. And if you don't know what to do with yourself now, I'm sure you'll figure things out eventually, with or without us. Huh. Maybe you're right. I do kind of feel like sticking with you guys will help me figure something out. And speaking of figuring stuff out, I'm buying a manju! My stomach's gurgling just looking at it! Aren't you supposed to be buying a souvenir for lecture? Well, whatever. She's happier now, and I guess that's what matters most. Reading about Milliam a Ymir manju, which she scarfed down in typical Milliam fashion as they left the shop. I like Milliam. She's just very happy all the time. That was one tasty manju. Shim's gonna be cooking up some grub for our discussion later, right? It's gonna be even better. I can't wait. I wonder if that's the weight of the world on their shoulders and she's just riding along on top of it. Well, it's Milliam. She's good at riding on the top of things like Lammy. She says that she has siblings but not parents. That seems odd. A little bit, yeah. Next one up, if we keep going along to here, where we got Sharon, who we will be talking to, doing some shopping sharing. That's right, so I'll be gathering for a discussion in the Phoenix Wings. I thought I might help out in the kitchen. I also thought I could prepare some food for your father, seeing as your mother has other business to attend to. It's awfully generous of you, thanks. With several Ouroboros members having recently been revealed themselves to us, I can't help but assume they're up to something. I'd like you to know, Reed, that no matter what happens, my alliance will always lie with you and your classmates. Please, ensure that whatever you decide on this afternoon is something you can do without regret. Sharon. I swear we will. Glad to have your support. Till the end of time. Well, if you are looking out for us, that doesn't mean I can't help you with cooking for my dad. Might as well try to pay him back a little bit for all those years of love and devotion, right? I'm sure your father will be overjoyed to hear you say that. As soon as I'm done with shopping, we can head over to the kitchen. Together, Reed and Sharon walked to the mansion! Oh, you're making Ymir-style borscht. Good idea, it's got plenty of vegetables, and it should be great for warming him up to boot. I couldn't agree more. All the protein in the meat I'll be using should help accelerate his recovery as well. Master Reed, could I trouble you to chop the vegetables? If you would, I'll set about preparing the meat and seasoning the soup. Sure. It's times like these where she seems just like any other maid. Takes me back to watching her cook for us in the dorm. It's hard to believe she's actually an enforcer for Ouroboros sometimes. Ow! Is something wrong? Heavens, you sliced your finger. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention. I didn't cut it too deeply though, so it should be fine. Oh no, that won't do at all. Would you hold still a moment, please? I'll stop the bleeding. Sharon, what are you... So awkward. There, that should do the trick. Sharon, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to start sucking on people's fingers out of the blue like that. Any particular reason? I'll bring you a bandage, so please wait in the adjacent room. It's messing with me again, isn't she? There we are, all better. Please leave the rest of the work to me. You should give your finger time to heal. You're probably right. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of help. You needn't be sorry, Master Reed. You've made a valuable contribution as it was. You brought back memories of Lady Elisa's younger days, too. Whenever she fell and scraped your knees, she would always start crying for me to come and help her. Sweet. I can picture how embarrassed she'd be if you and Sharon was telling people this. Come to think of it, you've been working for the Rhineford family for a while now, haven't you? 7 years, in fact. It was shortly after Mr. Rhineford's passing. I can't begin to thank Madam Chairman Arena enough for giving me the chance she did. It was only thanks to her kindness that I was able to begin a new life under her employ. Does that mean you've never been a maid before she hired you then? Or were you before the... Oh. As you no doubt suspect, I lived as an enforcer. A mission given to me by Ouroboros was what first led me to meet her. She wasted no time in trying to hire me. I served in both capacities concurrently after that. You won't find many executives who would knowingly hire an agent of Ouroboros. She never ceases to amaze, huh? She certainly doesn't. Nonetheless, it was thanks to her that I was able to find a new path of my own. It's too late for me to turn back and change what's already been done, but she was willing to give me a different future. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I was simply thinking out loud.
Regardless of what happened in the past, my love for the Rhineford family will never waver, nor my devotion to Class 7, Master Celine. I shall continue to do all that I can to serve you. Thank you, I know we can always count on you. Everyone else knows that too. I hope we'll always stay fondly in your thoughts, Sharon. After the conversation with Mayor, Sharon returned to preparing Baron Schwartz's meal, and after helping however he could until his mother returned, Reen left them to finish by themselves. This is important that we get Sharon up to level 3 for different reasons. If we go now to, I believe she's in supporters. New life. She's thankful to Arena for giving her a new life as a maid despite her past. I'll take your father his meal a little later on. In the meantime, you should start preparing for your upcoming discussion. Don't worry, I'll be sure to cook you all a fine meal for that too. I'm relieved to see your classmates are safe and well. It's clear as day you won't stop at helping only them, however. Everyone you've met, students from the academy, your instructors, all the citizens from all the towns you visited, have all left their mark on you, and I know you want to help them just as much. I couldn't be more proud of you, Reen. Mama Schwarzer is very cool. As for next up, Fee is another person we're talking to. Dog's named Bedell, right? He's cute. Yeah, Dad raised to be a hunting dog, believe it or not. He's a sweetie, though. It's like a smart one to me. I think he's pretty relaxing, too. I'll stay with him for a bit while I think about what we should do. Want me to help feed him? Want to help me feed him? Sure, I like that. Be right back. Gotta go get his food. How's that taste? Good? Wolf. He's wagging his tail. Sorry for not being spare much time for you and Arthur Bedell. Woof woof. Yeah, it's okay. Smart doggy. Can you understand what dogs are saying or something? No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the Corps, I used to look after the military monsters a lot. Really? That sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing. Well, I did get bitten sometimes at first, but after one of the other caretakers showed me what to do, I stopped. When you talk about your time there, it's hard to believe the Jaeger Corps you were in was one of the strongest. Is Zephyr unusual by Jaeger standards? I guess. The boss was pretty easygoing, but it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. Remember what I told you at Modern Park, right? How they taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps and the art of close-quarters combat. I can't imagine what it must have been like living like that kind of life day to day, but it's easier to see how you came to think of them as family. Yeah, we were family, until they all left me behind after the boss died. I just want to know why. Why they all had to leave me behind. Now that I might have a chance to, I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if it won't be easy getting it out of them. Still... I think even I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. There's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Now you've got all of us with you. That's what you want to know? We'll all make it work out. You will? You're right. How could things not work out when I've got you guys? Just a nice... It's a nice simple one, but it's good nonetheless. So I'm talking to Zeno and Leo about why they left me behind, but being part of Class 7 is more important to me right now. As long as I stay with you, and I'll get my chance to ask them. I think we've talked to these two. To understand and slaying dangerous monsters, all important duties of a real lord. I'm sure Lord Teo would be ready to do it, so hold on just a while longer, Arthur. As for Laura, we will also talk to her. Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why you and Kafai is so fond of this village. I hope I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. I'll be happy to have them, don't worry. I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war is over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss as to how. What should we do, I wonder? I'll be racking your brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem. Sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? What? So this is your bedroom. It requires something of an eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Kafai's. Is there any here that's particularly representative of the 8 Leaf School? I should have known. You got me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in. Why would you be surprised? That's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Actually, I have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really, I like that very much. That's quite a refined taste, indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival, but this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts when he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now, I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? Nope, I'm afraid not. The letter that I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases, so while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. I imagine so. If rumors to be believed, he's as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so. You worried about your dad? I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. As long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah, and I know we can overcome it so long as we're together. Bit of a simpler one, but again, still good. She has a second one that we will not be viewing, however. Let's go and first view that. Trial, she sees the current situation as yet another trial she must overcome to become stronger, and intends to do so. As for her second bonding event that we will not be seeing, the two of them walk to a training spot out on the mountain, pretty similar to where we first went out to, on the mountain range as opposed to the valley. So, near where we fought the Magic Knight, but it's actually before. I think it's more specifically Mountain Range 3, right after, right as we start the game. And she basically discusses training. Reen lived out in nature while he was training, had to live off the land because Yoon Kafai is kind of a douchebag, let's be honest. And Laura also did a little bit of the same, and she ends up learning what she, without a soldat, can do as just a single blade, a single warrior against giant machines. Basically the whole, what can one soldier do against a tank, and both of them kind of agreed that there's nothing they can do as a single person, but that's why they're not a single person. You work as a team together. So, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, just a nice minor point. It's nothing huge, but it is still something. Yeah, we will wait for later. Let's go into the Valley's Echo Tavern. And Toval does not have a bonding event, so, good luck getting his. Gerald, let's talk to Gerald. There's one less thing to worry about, at least. Gonna have a word with that Annabelle to never do something like that again now, won't I? You found all your classmates now, right? Good news! And you know what we do during good time? We drink! Come on, Gerald, a toast to Reen's classmates! I was genuinely what you were celebrating, but you just wanted an excuse to drink. I know you. Ah, damn it, you got me. Some things never change. Do we have anything we want? Breeze could be pretty good, actually. Yeah, sure. Might as well. I owe you my thanks for your assistance earlier. I could have been quite the blind without it. Frankly, being outdone by your fishing skills showed me just how inexperienced I really am. I promise not to bite off more than I can chew from here onward. Because here, speaking of good things, something smells nice. You'd be surprised at just how juicy your little friend is. Oh, you have to wait for the rest. Noble was working on something in the plaza yesterday. Said she was improving your fishing tackle or something. It's pretty weird for a noble. True. I don't mind if you focus on Class 7 for a while, but don't forget we've got a full-fledged witch to worry about. To be honest, I think the sooner we deal with her, the better. Before the time comes, you might want to try hardening up that bleeding heart of yours. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I do hope she'll give us the chance to talk things out first. This kind of soft-hearted thinking I was warning you about. Not my conversation to enter. So wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on how we should act from here on out. Not that will be a particularly easy decision. Yeah, we are glad to have you weighing in on the matter, though. Oh, I just remembered, there's something you need to buy from the shop in the village. Oh? I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid. It's a secret. No idea what she's talking about, but she sure seems happy about it. We are going to view this one. This one's not allowed, but do you mind if I join you with your shopping? If it's okay, I mean. I know the shop here pretty well, so I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. You know, that'd be lovely. You gotta stay here, Celine. Reed and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this is creeping me out anyway. Reed and Emma left a slightly sulky Celine behind and took off to the store to buy whatever it was Emma was searching for. Here we go. The girl looks just right, too. It's wool, right? I don't know you can knit. I used to do it quite often back home, actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now. It's sort of a reunion present. It's almost done, too, but I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some more. Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you should be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Reen. After showing Emma to the mansion's living room, Reen decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, with both of them enjoying the soothing warmth of the fire. I made some tea, Emma. It looks great so far. Why, thank you, Reen. I think this deep blue color would really suit her personally. Definitely. I can't wait to see how it'll look when it's done. It's nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? You really think so? Certainly important to me, but at the same time, she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar, so in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really? I'm kind of jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another, but when it comes to Elise, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that, but I'm sure Celine's keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vita, though, at least. If you don't mind my asking, how are the two of you related anyways? You said she was something of a sister to you when we first found out her true identity. She's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired her and looked up to her, both for her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now, I feel like I'll never be able to catch up to her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying to better yourself. If you put it that way, you have a point. Thank you for the encouragement, Reed. I feel a lot better now. Eventually, Emma finished knitting the scarf and probably delivered it to Celine while she may not have put it into words. It's obvious from her purring, she was very pleased. I will finish things off by talking to Celine. She wasn't human to make a scarf for a cat. In what world is that even qualified as a good idea? You're supposed to be resting, not wasting your energy. So shy. As for Emma's second one, we will not be viewing because there is no need to. I formatted things very poorly. At this case, they both decided that they do want to relax a little bit, and they go to the foot bath. And she says that the hot springs in Emir boost mana, most likely from the place where Valimar is usually parked out. Her glasses fog up, which is a little bit awkward for her, but she doesn't really need the glasses at all. I'm gonna say that's the reason why I have her with the contacts on, but it's just because I like her design without the glasses on. So yeah, she doesn't actually need them, but she says that it makes her feel a little bit smart. It makes her a little bit, and because, well, she's a witch. And as her grandma said, a witch must carry out their duties while nestled in the shadows of history, reveal your true nature, and you risk straying from the witch's burden and becoming swayed by basic emotion. She's the granddaughter of the elder of the Hexen clan, and she's worried about Vita and wants to know why she betrayed the village by breaking a taboo, and she thinks that if she wears the glasses, it'll feel like keeping a secret from everyone because she doesn't need them. You do have the option for her to, let's just say that, you know, she can not wear the glasses. It doesn't actually change anything, though.
but it is a little bit of interactivity with your bonding event. Let's start to level 2. The guild should probably follow your guys' example and figure out what we're gonna do next, to be honest. Hopefully we'll be able to keep working with you guys. It might be easier now that Sarah showed up again. I don't know if you are. There we go. But yeah, leave worrying about guild stuff to us. You guys got your own stuff to take care of. With that, we are a decent ways beyond time, but that is fine. And next time, we will finish up our free day, I think. But until then, see you guys later.